Good book in your right hand, but the shadow's reaching for your left. Don't you slip now. The black water's waiting.
Hello, it's hot outside, y'all. What's going on? What is going on, y'all? Where's my charger at? What's going on? How's it going? Hello and welcome in. How's the sound, y'all? The audio. What's going on? Good to see y'all. Please hit that thumbs up when you come in. Yo, all good, Dave. Super Dave. They're destroying freedom. Do we have any left? For real. Hello, Wisconsin Greg, man. What's going on? How's the sound, Wisconsin Greg? It's hot in Massachusetts. It's hot in South Carolina. Good afternoon. Mike Smith in the chat. Hello, Miss Kay. How are you? Can y'all hear me? Sounds good. Thank you, Wisconsin Greg. What's going on, y'all? Have I been missing? Have y'all missed me? I've been missing in action, y'all.
There's a soul here to save.
Get off the fence! The iron is hot! Give him your all or give him not!
Get off the fence. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, Miss Kay. Fine, thanks, Dave. Have y'all had fog this morning and yesterday morning? All right, we know it's hot and dry. Have y'all had fog? I had some fog. What they calling fog, y'all? I don't think it's fog.
That's right, old man.
Just my opinion, y'all.
He ain't yours yet.
I do know there's a channel out there. Lord K says, you've been lining it up at the beach. No, I was there only Sunday, ma'am. I didn't stay. I went down to Charleston to meet my daughter and her family. No, I've not been on vacation. I wish I have. I need a much deserved vacation, but hey, times are tough these days. I might have to plan that later on. Come on, y'all. What's going on? Drill, baby, drill. Are y'all getting scattered showers? There's a little bit of scattered showers out there. I'm not getting none. For real, y'all. No showers here. Trump is going to ruin us all. Financially. No, ma'am. Finding Nemo. You like them shoes? I appreciate it. Are you getting some scattered showers there, Mike Smith? Getting a little bit of scattered showers in Tennessee. Kentucky, Ohio, a little bit down in Alabama. What's going on, y'all? Is it going to ever rain again, you know? South Carolina hadn't had no rain, y'all. It's that bad. It is. It's that bad. Good afternoon, everybody. What y'all say about the fog, y'all? No more cow farting, huh? CSE, what's going on? I saw you in a chat somewhere, and I put your name in the chat, and you didn't see me. It's all good, y'all. It's 3:34 p.m. As y'all can see, I didn't get reapproved for monetization. I went back after they send me, no, you're not approved again. I will get approved again, y'all. I worked hard for my channel to earn the hours. In the beginning, I had a purpose. It was kind of a different purpose than now, you know. But I still want to get it back. I have two guys that are mods. Let's go with two ladies. How about let's do that? I said I would add everybody back, y'all. And I'm not showing favoritism. I'm going to do two every live stream. And I appreciate it. They don't even know who I'm going to choose. Did anybody say something about the fog this morning? The aimlessly wandering soul. Hello. Hey, Dave, it's Annie from southeastern New Brunswick, Canada. I hope they're not taking your rights away, because that's what we talk about, your rights and their wrongs. I hope y'all have time. Hello, John Boy. How you been doing, man? I know it's been rough, man, in this heat and everything. I know it's been rough, y'all. All right, I had two guys and I had two ladies now. Next time I'll add a guy and a gal. How about that? I'm like, man, what is going on, y'all? Did anybody have fog? This morning, I had fog this morning, y'all. And I'm like, well, yesterday morning I could smell it. It's a chemical smell. I mean, it's like plastic or something. And I sat outside not even realizing it like an hour. I was out feeding my chickens and my dogs and stuff and messing with my garden too. And I sat down and I realized, look at the fog. You can see this fog in action. It's clear. I need to take a video and prove to y'all if it happens again. It's clear 6:30 a.m. in the morning. And then 45 minutes later, you can see it coming down from the sky, settling over the land. You can see it moving. I'm like, man, this is one of them strange, mysterious fogs again, y'all. There's something going on, y'all. It really is. I appreciate it, y'all. Yes, we've had the Kim fog here too. I smell it at night, a metallic smell. Nobody got time. Well, I got time today, y'all. The reason I ask these type of questions, I don't know what's going on in your area. I know what's going on in my area, you know? And everybody pretty much knows where my area is. The lonely state of South Carolina. There's like 10 reasons not to move here. Bugs, heat, alligators. That's three for real. I believe they're poisonous, John boy. It's getting crazy out there, y'all. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about it though. Stardust Solutions. I think y'all heard it here first, right? Maybe. Come on, y'all.
I was suffocating in the towns where the jasper sky is gray. Had to find a different path, had to find a different way. So I headed for the forest where the Jameson shadows grow. Where the secrets stay buried and the black water flows slow. I cut the ties, I burnt the rope, I strangled out the city hope. Burn the bridge, let the fire kiss the sky. Watch the city lights flicker till they curl up and die. From the towns to the forest, yeah, we're sinking in the mud. Got the swamp in my marrow and the hank's in my blood. I'm Maria the Them ghosts on the porch, they've been whispering your name, saying Billy, he's a brother, he's the master of the flame. I see the Jameson pines reaching up like skeletal hands, pulling us deeper into these cursed, forgotten lands. We left the jasper pavement for the gator and the snake. Every bridge I ever crossed is a ripple in the lake. I ain't fixing to repent, I ain't fixing to go home. I'm a king of the thicket on the moss covered throne.
Yeah, y'all know I got to have a little music, y'all. Israeli geoengineering startup releases detailed blueprint for annual release of 10 million tons of engineered silica particles into the stratosphere. This is Stardust Solutions, and a development that is drawing sharp scrutiny from scientists and government. Stardust Solutions, a U.S. incorporated Israeli startup founded in 23. Y'all know all that, right? Has published a comprehensive feasibility study outlining the full industrial chemical process for manufacturing and deploying massive quantities of custom engineered silica aerosols aimed at reflecting sunlight to cool the planet, right? That's the narrative, y'all. The study released on May 14th of this year lays out a clear pathway to climate scale production, scaling up to 10 million metric tons per year of submicronic engineered amorphous silica particles. Saying the silica can be harmful to your health, right? For aerosol stratospheric injection. That volume would be sufficient, the company states, to achieve roughly a 1% reduction in incoming solar flux. The document reads less than like speculative research and more like an operational engineering manual. It details reactor design, supply chain integration with existing Chlorinaci infrastructure, hazardous chemical handling, including, we need to look these chemicals up, y'all. Tetraethyl, orthosilicate, silicone tetrachloride, chlorine gas, ammonia, ethanol, and hydrobolic surface treatments like trithyl menthol silane particle sizing of 250 to 500. Doesn't sound good, y'all. Rollout timelines are ambitious, roughly 5 years to research 250,000 tons annually, 7 years to hit 1 million tons, and eventual expansion to the full 10 million ton target. 10 million ton target that they want in the atmosphere, y'all. And we wonder where this fog is coming from. We wonder how the water is not clean anymore and the air that we breathe. I mean, really? Hello, Julie Wheeler. How you doing, Thigman? Good to see y'all. Thank you. Good to see y'all. Thank you. I think I said that. Good to see y'all. Thank you. Curious Georgia, good to see you, ma'am. Reflection of light and entrapment of heat. You got that right, John boy. They're gonna burn us up, y'all. They are literally gonna burn us up. For real. Yet the publication of such granular manufacturing flow sheets, aircraft considerations, monitoring systems, including potential traceable markers, an infrastructure requirement marks a significant step toward normalizing this technology as a practical industrial endeavor. Stardust Solutions publishes full chemical blueprint of the 10 million tons of engineered silica aerosols it plans to spray into the stratosphere every year. Bet y'all didn't know this, did you? Like Super Dave, you brought us Stardust Solutions. Yeah, I did. I brought it out here, and I know of one other channel that talked about it since January. Kind of like the time that I started talking about it. I believe like September, October of last year. Just saying, yeah. Um, at least, it was early on before April. Particularly concerning the critics is the study's heavy emphasis on technical feasibility, scaling logistics, and deployment engineering, with comparatively limited detailed discussion of long term human inhalation toxicity, chronic ecosystem exposure, or multi generational environmental impacts from persistent nanoparticles that would ultimately deposit across the planet. Whether viewed as a necessary emergency tool or an alarming privatization or planetary systems. The release of this chemical and operational playbook shifts the conversation. What was once largely theoretical modeling is now presented with concrete supply chains, cost curves, and production timelines. They try to make it sound like we're in a some type of company or something, on a what is it? A line or whatever you call it. Yeah, production line. Israeli geoengineering startup makes complete chemical recipe public for the first time. And y'all know the words I've been using is proprietary blends. You may not find a whole lot of information. I'm not going to look it up here in front of you today. Uh, if you look up Stardust Solutions, they're also under Stardust Labs. Yeah, Stardust Laboratories or Stardust Labs. Just letting y'all know. Uh, Stardust Solutions is somewhat, hidden information, and I believe you can find more under the Stardust Labs. Just saying, just letting y'all know that there is a difference, I believe. So yeah, proprietary blends, y'all. I'm getting phone calls that I don't want. Does anybody ever want phone calls? Because I don't really want phone calls. I don't talk to like one or two people on the phone, y'all. Let's read the chat. I have to share this. Well, thank you, Julie Wheeler. Thank you, Judy Wheeler. I believe I have one more page on this Stardust Solutions because I wanted to remind everybody. I'm like this fog and everything. They're showing up in Kentucky and South Carolina. Anywhere else, I don't know. But yeah, let's see the Vigilant Fox here on X. I believe they have a little information about it. Let's see. Um, no, that's a different story. So I'm trying to get there, y'all. Yeah, the different story because China's buying up more farmland. You know what I mean? Um, farm production land. You know, it's crazy, y'all. It's like the land won't produce much anymore. Because of problems like Stardust Solutions and the heat. Yeah. Yesterday, I exposed a company that's spraying poison above our heads, Stardust Solutions. Today, I did some digging on who supplied these chemicals. Right on their front page, they list the chemicals they supply. This one is directly affecting you and your family. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get this up. According to the author of this video coming up, I think they're inhibiting, just saying, y'all, the growth of the farms. They're inhibiting life on Earth. Just, whatever they can do to stall and limit, whatever they can do to stall and limit, the progress. Yeah, he says this one is affecting you and your family. It's a little video. Let's play it. People do their research like I do a little bit. Yeah, there's all kind of indicators and things out there, concerns. Let's play the video, y'all. We got to get the sound to it.
Poison above your head. Compose. Oh, I think I'm asking for it now. Who's they? Yesterday, I exposed a company that is spraying poison above your head, Stardust Solutions. Today, I did some digging on who's supplying these chemicals with this poison that they're injecting into the atmosphere. American Elements. Not sure how American it is, but check this humanly ethical company out. This company is one of many supplying companies like Stardust Solutions. Right there on their front page, they list top chemicals that they supply. And I knew there were more, so I went deeper. These are all other chemicals they supply. See something interesting?
See something interesting. What are these names of these chemicals, y'all? Scandium, samarium, ruthenium, rubidium, silicone, silver, sodium, strontium, sulfur, tantalum, tellurium, terabum. Yeah, all kind of names out here, y'all. What are these chemicals? It's brand chemicals, y'all. These are different chemicals. These proprietary blends. I've been telling y'all.
Here, they list all the same chemicals that we speak about all the time that are killing you, or at least making you sick all the time. They even have a case study of recycling rare earth metals. You mean stalling an inland hurricane over land to grab it? That's not recycling. Well, maybe to them it is, but and then they also sponsor the annual Weather Modification Association meeting. So I dug some more. Looks like we have another one right around the corner in a beautiful vacation spot in Reno, Nevada. Just saying, we need to expose these companies, just like all the other corruption in the world. The difference is this one.
Yeah, the difference is that this one is probably not even, to be held responsible or anything like that. Yeah, you know how the government exempts these companies as long as they're being paid by the government. The government exempts these companies, like the Jabberoo or the Pokey Dokey or whatever. If their product affects any of us, they can't really be held responsible. I came up with a theory when I first figured out about this Stardust Solutions. Like, well, if they wanted 40 million taken out, let's say, a little by little across the nation, they would come up with these proprietary blends that they know would affect certain people. Just saying, they can do that even with the GMOs and the vegetables and things like that, y'all. Just saying, to affect a certain race of people or whatever, So proprietary blends. Where they going with this, y'all? I just want to put information out there that maybe you don't know about. Yeah. Affecting chemicals. Cerebellum, yeah. The radar stations are tied up into the weather manipulation. They sure are. Hello, Miss Blanche. Good to see you again. Mojo Shop. Much love for everybody, y'all, for all. Average price of gas in Reno is 5.50. It's still like 4.20, 4.29, I believe. Yeah. It went up a little bit, I believe. So it's everything that goes up seems like it don't come back down, y'all. You know what I mean? I miss y'all. I really do, y'all. I miss y'all when I don't go live. I told y'all I wasn't feeling well. Then I was like, man, I want to get my channel approved. I put it through for review again. I have taken down hours and hours and hours and hours. You would not believe. And I still qualify like 10,000 watch hours, y'all. I'm like, man, I still got my hours, y'all. I'm going to find it sooner or later. If it's something, I did find it, I think. Now, which I thought I found it the last time, but just one of them things, y'all. Hello, nature. Don't save nature. All will be destroyed. That's what I thought, nature. That they want to kill the animals. There's ticks in America being dropped by boxes and things, y'all. Killing animals. They're spraying stuff. The plums are like tiny this year, y'all. No rain in sight. I mean, I don't get it, y'all. Everything's like completely upside down, For real, y'all. Are we going to survive this? You know, it's going to all turn into a survival game for everybody, like the Hunger Games, y'all. It's not even a game or anything. This is real life, y'all. You know what I mean? Reality. Just keep your bills paid if you can, y'all. Data centers. I'm like, man, there is so much going on with data centers, y'all. But I wasn't going to talk about that today. But really, data centers is like driving people crazy. People's come to realize that data centers, y'all, are going to mess up so much. Mess up even the environment and stuff, y'all. Opening portals. There's so many questions, Like, what are these data centers really going to be for, Which I wasn't going to talk about it, y'all. If you didn't want me to, anyway. Yeah, they want to destroy the wildlife so people can't live from the land. Better get some chickens, y'all. It'd be hard to eat chicken every day. It would be. But you can slice and die. You can put chicken and rice. Has anybody ever here had chicken and rice, y'all? Oh, Southern food. For real. Farmers are sounding alarm after President Trump said China will continue buying American farmland. Even as Americans are told China is the reason we need a nationwide AI build out. I don't know what that means, Stegman, but hey, it's fine. Now I got a skinny tail, really. If y'all don't know, Super Day, are you still here, Miss K? For real. The contradiction is setting off alarm bells across the country. Um, the same nation framed as America's greatest threat is still being allowed to buy up pieces of the U.S. food supply. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, China's just buying up America, and farmers going out of business. They need relief. They need rain. They need money. Uh, when they're down, they go. Farmers go to banks and borrow money all the time. You know, need enough money to plant, need enough money for machines and things like that, and they expect to make money to be able to pay off. You know, so when they're caught up in owing money and can't pay or whatever, what else are they going to do? They're going to sell off to China or anybody else that will give them, the value of the land, whatever, whatever they can get. Just saying, y'all. While communities across the country are told to give up farmland, water, energy, and local industry for giant AI data centers built in the name of competing with China. Farmers warn that food security is national security. It is national security. If you don't have no food as a country, you not got your country's gonna starve, y'all. But Washington keeps acting like none of this carries consequences. So what happens when America's farmland is sold off? Its future is automated and the people raising the alarm are ignored. To a growing number of people, this is like beginning look less like leadership and more like managed decline. They've been managed declining our country for a long time now. There's even proof that we're recession, y'all. Like, wake up. Did anybody not see it a while back? But yeah, there's like number. I'm like, really? You really think now that we're starting to go into a recession? Where's these people been, y'all? Just saying, yeah, very bad condition, very bad. Saudi Arabia has moved its nukes from Pakistan back to Saudi. Not a good sign. What is the date, y'all? May 20th. It's May the 20th on a Wednesday, right? And it's hot outside. Yesterday was 100 degrees. It really was, y'all. 99, right at 100. Today is like 94. A while ago, I looked at the thermometer. So it's not as hot, but it's just as dry or even more dry because it's a day later with no rain. You know what I mean? It's crazy out there, y'all. There's even wildfires in California. Well, those are coming, right? Let me see real quickly. I'm just going through stuff, y'all. Better plant a garden. And hopefully you got water to water your garden with. Trump will probably use the data centers to track us down. There's something else about these flock cameras, y'all. Yeah. Here in Arizona has been closing in for a long time. Locked gates everywhere. Hello, Naz Lover. Where you been, Naz Lover? Here, let's turn. Told y'all everybody will be blue again, y'all. All right, that's one more lady. Let's go with one more guy, y'all. Just what I do. Because nobody got time for that. Ticks not sure. Well, there are ticks everywhere. Maybe I'll pull it up here in a minute. Where's everybody going, y'all? Nobody wants to hear the crap, right? All the wildfires burning in Southern California right now. For real. There are currently more than 8 fires burning around Southern California, some which are threatening homes and prompting evacuations. The largest of the ongoing fires is Santa Rosa Island Fire in Channel Islands National Park, which is nearly 17,000 acres in size. I'm not playing that.
Siege from the Sandy fire raging once again today as the winds.
It's too long to play, y'all. All right, Nez Lover, I shared you out. Thank you. Everybody will be blue eventually, y'all. I promise. Auntie listeners, hello. Thank you for coming in. Let me see something. Auntie listeners. I believe I looked at your channel before. Yeah, 609,000. 609 subscribers. Thank you for coming in and hitting that thumbs up, y'all. I'm like, man, there's so much going on. A lot. They keep us overloaded. Let me show you something you don't know. I'm like, man, they don't even know this, y'all. Y'all know we got hantavirus, right? Yeah. We got more than 100 cases, I believe, of hantavirus now, right? And we know what hanta means, right? Right. CDC enacts mandatory federal quarantines in Nebraska as American doctor contracts Ebola in overlapping health crises. Bombarded with information, y'all. Federal government reverses course, imposes mandatory hantavirus quarantine. Federal health authorities have drastically escalated containment protocols for a group of Americans exposed to hantavirus, transitioning a previously voluntary isolation in a strict mandatory federal quarantine. The Centers for the CDC and Prevention finalized legal orders confirming 18 passengers to a specialized Nebraska medical facility until at least May 31st. Well, they got 11 more days, right? Following their exposure to the virus aboard a cruise ship. It's crazy, y'all. The abrupt federal intervention marks a complete reversal from earlier directives. There's no way I know to get around all this stuff, y'all, is do not comply. That's all I can say. The more any and everybody complies with the crap, is all I can say is you're just giving them the power. If one person don't comply, then they have no power. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna say, but yeah, like at the end of a barrel, they'll make it. Does anybody know what the end of a barrel is? Because that's about the only way I'm going to have to comply, y'all. For real. Do y'all know there's been a lot of earthquakes, like 5s and 6s and stuff, all over the world, y'all? There's so much information. If it ain't one thing, it's something else, y'all. What else we got here? We're now seeing recession indicators in the upper end of the economy. Well, these rich people out here that are getting richer while the rest of us are getting poorer, which is true, y'all. The rest of us are getting poorer, you know. I get it, y'all. Let people sit out there like, Super Dave, you out here, you got it made. Well, Super Dave ain't got it made. Y'all think, look, I'm like anybody else. Money ain't free. It takes to earn money, y'all. It takes to make a plan. It takes to sell something. It takes to barter. It takes to survive, you know? You know, just saying. Super Dave ain't loaded down, y'all. That's why I want my little piggy bank back, y'all. Because it really makes a difference, you know? Survival skills, y'all. We're now seeing recession indicators in the upper end of the economy for the first time. Really? I've been seeing recession for a while now. I don't know about the rest of you, but I have. You go out here and you buy groceries, man. Hey, 2 bags of groceries for $64. That tells me there's a recession. You ever heard the saying it's going to take a wheelbarrow of money to buy one loaf of bread? I mean, really? That's kind of like seem like we're headed that way, y'all. How long I've been live?
Today is Tuesday, May 19th, and I have a couple of really important recession indicators to share with you, and they're not the typical ones that you've been seeing across your TikTok over the last few months. These recession indicators are coming from my clients in the upper end of the K economy. So not my necessarily lower end of the upper K or my higher income earning upper middle class people, but my wealthiest tier clients. This is the first time that I've seen any recession indicators in this group of people, and they've all happened over the last 2 to 3 weeks. The first thing that I've seen, several clients sent me messages questioning their bill, not in like a way that like I did the billing wrong or mischarged them or whatever, like just more like asking questions about it. And what became very clear is that this was the first time they had ever looked at their bill. These are people that have been using me for a long time, all the time. And I had no idea that they had never looked at their billing before. So I'm walking them through kind of the basics of their billing as if they were seeing it for the first time, which I think they were. So suddenly this group is looking at what they're paying for things when they may have previously not paid attention. Also interesting that I have clients that didn't know what they were paying. Very interesting. So the next thing is we have a client, he would be in that upper end of the tier economy, people that own multiple homes. He sold a very well-known Minnesota brand for a lot of money and owns another well-known Minnesota brand. He, is used to taking people out to dinner, teams of people all the time, for his whole career, because obviously he's owned big businesses. But he said he took a team of 11 people to a dinner downtown Minneapolis. And I want to mention the restaurant so that there's some context. But I don't want to call the restaurant out. Not that it didn't do anything wrong, but I don't want to call the restaurant out. So it's not like the most expensive restaurant we have in Minneapolis, but it is a nicer restaurant. So he was freaking out. Freaking out's the wrong word. He was having a lot to say about the fact that the bill was $5,000. He was shocked. He said normally when he takes a group of 10 or 11 people out, he's used to a tab, kind of in the $2,000 range, maybe $2,500, depending on if they order more expensive wine or something. He said the tab, $2,000 of the tab was wine and $3,000 was food. So $3,000 in food for 11 people. What is that? Like 300 a person? And my math I'm very tired today. But what was noteworthy about it is he talked about it for quite a while, like just kind of just flabbergasted that the cost to take a team out to dinner has basically doubled, and kind of wondering how and when that happened. And this is the first time that a upper end of the K economy customer has noticed inflation and felt it and had something to say about it. So that's going to be something that I'm going to continue watching as we move forward. We know how everybody else in the economy is doing and how much pressure they're feeling with inflation. I don't need to beat a dead horse there. But I'm going to be watching my clients in the upper end of the K economy, and I will let you know what I continue to see going forward.
So people with money are starting to complain that the price of eating out is doubling. I'm like, man, where do you go to 5,000? Half of that, 2,500. I've never eat out like that, y'all. I remember I went to Myrtle Beach. It's $40 a person. And I was like, man, I'm going to eat out. This was a few years ago, y'all. And I complained. They had one item, one clam in a seafood restaurant. Really. I mean, it was hardly nothing on the buffet. $40 a person. I was like, no, I can't handle that, y'all. Even when I was working at a time like that, I that's a waste of money. If it's not plentiful out there for me to pay $40, and that's like a one-time thing. So yeah, and the most I believe I ever paid for a foot meal was like, a California Dreaming, like $25, y'all. This is a long time ago on my anniversary, y'all. It's not happening now. There are signs of a recession, y'all. I never, unless I win the lottery, I'm not going out there like that. $2,500, say $5,000 for 11 people. My word, that's $500 each. I mean, really? And people with money are complaining, y'all. For real. Complaining that it's doubled to eat out. Yeah. You know what the markup in a restaurant is? Like 600% is the profit, that they make. A lot of times, 400 to 600%, especially a fancy restaurant. If I go out, I mean, really, just like the other day, and I didn't go out, y'all. My daughter, when I went to Charleston, what is that? Chile's 3 for $10.99, and the chicken sandwich and the fries. That's the way I eat, y'all. For real. I don't mean to tell all my business, y'all, but there's a recession coming. In case you hadn't noticed, John Boy, have you noticed a recession? For real. $40 a person is high for a meal to me. Exactly. Especially when there's nothing on the buffet. I was like, calabash. Yeah, I'll tell it. The calabash. I'll never walk in that place in my whole entire life again. For real. I'd rather go down to Fuddruckers, y'all. For real. It's like $10 for a hamburger meal. So, yeah, it definitely can't happen these days anymore, y'all. These fine restaurants going to just have to shut down, I guess. It's crazy out there, y'all. You got to be a little bit more responsible these days with your money. I've been begging and telling my children, don't go out here and waste money on stuff, y'all. Games, whatever it might be, pleasure, a lot of things. Your eyes are bigger than your pocket a lot of times. You're going to need that money. Save that money with the binge buying, at the spur of a moment. You don't want to just buy stuff and do away with your money, because money is hard to replace. It really is, y'all. I mean, there was a time, like when you have a few dollars, you might go and splurge a little bit. Like, I've not had no money in a long time, but when you get a little bit, I get it. We all do it sometimes, y'all. But now we're in the days of recession. It's worse than a recession with the price of gas and food going up. It's getting terrible, y'all. You know what I mean? So you don't want to act like that and waste your money, because you're going to need it. If it's just that extra $10, you can put it in a jar, in a bottle, or whatever, and put it in there every time. Be like, man, I got that $10 for when I need it. I get it, y'all. I get it. That's a lot of money. $5,000 to eat out. For real. I'd have to be a billionaire, for real, y'all. And why do I have to pay for 11 people anyway? You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if I was a billionaire or won the lottery or something. Just saying, y'all. All right, here we come with Trump. Just posted a photo of himself walking with an alien on Truth Social. We've never met. I wouldn't be here on YouTube, y'all. Wanting my piggy bank back. For real. If I went out to these places like that and just wasted, that's a complete waste, y'all. Go out. I mean, really. If you out here paying $60, $80 for a meal or something, that's really a waste. I mean, you can go down at Shoney's or somewhere at the buffet for $15. You know, just saying. Uh, It's just the way it is, y'all. Yeah, why did Trump? We never been closer to the truth. Why did he put this out here on Truth Social? It's crazy, y'all. We one step closer to alien exposure. I believe, they're showing us. And I've told y'all a lot of my beliefs. I believe they're showing us. I like one of these days they're really going to show us a little bit more than they really should show us. And they're going to show us the truth. All of them going to walk out one day and be reptiles or demons or whatever they are, like aliens, and it'll be all of them, Trump himself and all these people up there, Elon Musk, you name it, uh, Peter Thiel, all of them, the vice president, all of them, Marco Rubio. I believe they're all aliens, y'all. I'm just asking questions. Why is he showing us this? So, yeah, I gave my opinion about it. Doesn't mean it's the truth. Does not mean it's the truth. I was like, man, they're showing us little by little something, Um, yeah, and I wanted to also prove, grass. What grass? 1951. My father always called this out when I was struggling. I mean, look, I don't eat. Look, I don't eat. Look, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I've worked for a living, much of my life, and I still have a few years that I need to work. I really need to work. I really need to. I've had things around here to deal with, Early on, my significant other had that knee surgery and stuff too. You know, she had that heart surgery. I mean, there was times I had to be here and everything else, but you know, I I don't have it like that, just to be able life is a struggle anymore, y'all. And I'm not telling y'all this to plead and beg or anything else. I'm just letting you know Super Dave don't have it made. That's why I'm not out here live every day anyway, because I have to deal with life and, do the things that I got to do too in order to survive. So you the one that called me a fool, which I won't mention no more unless new information comes out. I'm not a fool. Yeah, I know what to do. For real, y'all. Uh, this here will go in with the last story. We're almost there, y'all. Delivery driver. He says the ultra wealthy are stocking up on water, generators, and non-perishable foods, which appears they're prepping. What event are elites prepping for? And this isn't just a delivery driver. This man drives a van. I mean, he's not a pizza delivery driver. He's deliveries supplies, things that people order. What event are elites preparing for that we don't know about, The elite even that means does that mean people with money or does that mean millionaires or whatever? There are rich people out here in our communities, like doctors and engineers and things like that, y'all. Let's see what this guy says.
I have noticed a very strange behavior among the rich folk. I've been delivering since 2014, and I have never seen the rich folk prepping like they've been doing the last like 2 months. They have buying a lot of them. I have been buying dry foods, buying generators. A lot of them have been trying getting like dry foods, rice, like beans, like all the stuff I've been delivering. And when I delivered, they're like, "Oh, put it in a garage." One of this other guy, he has his whole entire garage built out. And when I asked him why is he doing it, he's just like my gut feeling. So I don't know what they're being prepped for. Why are they buying so many of the emergencies? Like, but they're buying a lot. They're prepping, and I deliver to like people who are earning million plus. Some of these houses like $2-3 million, and they're prepping for something, not to leave or go anywhere, just like to stay in. They're prepping. That's highly suspicious. What do you guys think?
So yeah, elites. I normally think of the ones at the higher top. I would call, like Trump and all of them. The ones up there, that's the ones I call the elites. Somebody out here earning $1 million a year, that's a lot of money. Or prepping, people got money to spend. A lot of these people, they're having, you would think it, you know, they having it hard too. Not really, y'all. They'll say they are for real. I'm like, man, how can you have it hard and you earn $1 million a year? Unless you're paying out 999,000 to all your workers and everything. I don't even want to try it, y'all. I really don't. I don't want to have to try to guess that would, but yeah, it will become the normal. I want you to know this. It will become the normal. We talk about these flock cameras and stuff, y'all. Don't forget, Stardust Solutions has a blueprint of 10 million tons of engineered silica aerosols. It plans to spray into the stratosphere every year. Stardust Solutions. I got a little bit more to research to do on that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in today. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're blessed. I know it's tough out there, y'all. I'm, I'm just like y'all, trying to make ends meet and everything. I don't come out here and tell my problems and beg people for money or anything. I want no part of that. I'm a grown man. I can handle life. I raised 3 children, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Uh, if I can't handle life by now, I might as well go to the asylum. Just saying. Sounds a little bit disturbing, or just get on the street, and be homeless where they want all of us. Because mortgages and everything else. Yeah, I got just one more to go, y'all. I think I could have two, but let's see. I want you to know this. It will become the norm. We talk about these flock cameras and stuff, y'all. Flock cameras that are spread out in America. There's even a map of where all of them are at. If you ask me, I think the citizens should deal with them and do the right thing. Because they make grinders, cordless grinders and little saws and things, like that. It wouldn't be no problem, to deal with them. But anyway, this is the normal if this is what we're going to allow. And I'm not encouraging anyone to break the law. I'm just encouraging us to take our freedom back. This is what will become the norm. An ever so light breaking of the law. So slight. Think stopping at a light or a sign, but your bumper is past the white line. You didn't start your lane change signal until you crossed the line lane. You're 5.09 miles over the posted speed limit. Whatever it might be. The local government will turn it into cash. And they know to fight a civil ticket will cost far more than the fine. Let's say you're going through North Carolina and you live in Tennessee. and you're 2 states away or whatever, yeah, county by county, flock camera by flock camera. In one area, you're 5.09 over the speed limit. In another area, you just change lanes illegally, and the flock camera picks you up. By the time you get home and you rest and all that stuff, watch what happens. Maybe it will pay to be done with at least in the costly manner, but note how we must prove we didn't do it, or there were actual extenuating or mitigating circumstances. Too bad the rule is exactly applied with no chance to reclamation of the case without excessive cost. Make me now think if localities would do what LE has been known to do, target vehicles without of state plates, or maybe even more granularity. Vehicles with addresses greater than 100 miles from the point of citation. You know where I'm getting with this, right? Let's watch this little video, y'all. This surprised this lady accordingly. Yeah, let's. I'm like, man, what if I went, to the mountains or something, you know? And there's a flock camera up there for real. And I'm doing 2 miles over the speed limit. They're going to get me, y'all.
I got a certified letter from a police department today. Actually, I didn't get the actual letter. I got a little sticky note on my door. I was shopping at the greenhouse, came home, saw a sticky note saying I had to sign for a letter from this police department in another state. But it didn't give me the address or the city of where it was. The only reason I knew is because I get informed delivery notifications, and I went and looked at that, saw a copy of the certified letter, the outside of the envelope, looked up the police department name. So call the police department. And the lady's like, oh, are you calling about some citation things that said citation on the thing when I looked at it in the informed delivery? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, it's not our department. She said, we're getting all of these calls from this other police department. You're looking for some police department in some other state. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Now we are on police department number 2 in a completely different state, but the return address is a PO box in another completely different state on the other side of the country. I'm like, things are getting weird. Okay, so we call police department number 2, and they're like, oh yeah, it's from a flock camera right off of the highway. Pretty much admitted that it is a speed trap where you're coming off of the highway and it goes from like 65 or 70 to 35, and you have 50 feet to figure it out. I'm not even sure there was a sign showing it because I wasn't even the one driving, you guys. I have got a ticket for a vehicle that is registered under me, but I was not the driver, but I am liable for this ticket. And she's like, well, she's like, it's not a criminal ticket. It's just a civil ticket. So if you don't pay it, they can just add late fees and like put it on your credit and all of that. And I'm like, I wasn't driving the vehicle. And I don't feel like I need to disclose to you who was driving the vehicle. There were no police officers nearby. This is a camera. This is a flock camera. This is the surveillance system that I am talking about. And I got off easy. Do you know how many stories I've heard of people getting criminally charged or having police come to their houses and arresting them because the flock camera thought a 0 was the letter O or an L was the number 1. This is happening to Americans. We are being wrongly accused of violations and crimes that we are not doing by these surveillance cameras, no human interaction, and they're wrong. And we have to prove that we are innocent. We are guilty until proven innocent with these AI flock cameras. I'm so pissed off.
Yeah, what in the world, y'all? Total control. Hello, Village Food Season. How you doing, man? Good to see you. This is what I was screaming years ago. John Boy was riding his bike earlier. He got pulled over on the cop on your bicycle. I sure hope you wasn't going over the speed limit. So who knows the lesson? How you doing? Good to see you, sir. Yeah, I was watching your videos yesterday, I believe. I hope you got some views on the other one we promoted. So yeah, it's like the Bible's changing, man. I've noticed you going through the Bible. I need to read the Bible, y'all. I have to admit I hadn't picked it up in several weeks. Let me look at a familiar verse and see if it's changed any. And I believe the Bible. I believe the Bible is the law. I believe the Bible are the anointed words we live by. And I believe it has true meaning in our daily lives. I believe it. There ain't nothing, nobody out here that can change my view and my belief because it's my salvation that I'm dealing with. I don't want to go and change anything in my beliefs, knowing that God is the creator. Look up Psalms 83:18. You'll know who God is. You know, just cause people come up and like reverse and like, what the snake was God. How can I believe the snake was God? The willing witness. Turned everything upside down. I was like, man, I can't go with that, y'all. I can't go for that. You know what I mean? Let me look. I was just checking over here to whom those are listen. I need to check the verses that you're showing in your videos. Um, I need to do that because right in front of us, the Mandela effect is happening. I'm like, man, where did you come up with these words? That's in that Bible. I'm for real. I've never heard them words, y'all. Hello, Daryl Calhoun. Willing witness got creepy. For real. Derek. Yeah, I watched him long time, y'all. Long time ago. And I ain't putting nobody down, y'all. You want to. I don't want to get in trouble or anything with nobody. But it was like 10 years ago. I listened to a lot of stuff, coming out of him. But he got to that point. I was like, man, that snake couldn't be God, y'all. Everything flipped upside down. I mean, I was like, man, I don't get it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real, y'all. Heliofont, what's his name? In case y'all don't know, Hugh Jorgen came out with a new video today about the calm before the storm. And I've not really observed this video like I normally observe his videos. And this guy, he was right about a lot of things. Before I leave, I guess I'll play it. If you see something, because there it is. You remember we talked about the storm, y'all, the coming storm. And even Trump, I believe, has said something about the storm or the calm before the storm. Let me see. Unblock me, Daryl. The Bible is corrupted. I stopped watching him after he moved to the desert. I can't see Daryl still. Um, I'm not saying I believe everything this guy does, but he does meticulously do work in these videos, and he showed me February 28th. Yeah, it was when we attacked Iran. Supposedly, it was in the headlines. Something they tell us. Yes, just remember, I am doing the King James version. I'm gonna play this, y'all. I know everybody's not interested, just to fill in the last 5 minutes. This right here is like 3 increments, is what he's pointing out. Now, I'm not going to do this in the whole video, but I did notice this. I was like, man, I played the first 20 seconds, y'all. In 26, Mercury goes into retrograde, meaning like these things are in like increments. February 26th through March 20th, Iran war began February 28th during the first retrograde. June 29th through July 23rd, what will occur during the next 2 retrogrades? And the last one, October 24th through November 13th. These periods are known for potential tech glitches and communication hiccups. Something like that, y'all. But let me proceed with the video.
Don't is here only know paradise on the outside. Won't you suffer for me just fine? Paralyzed, but don't you cry. You said, mm. Sacrifice, don't think twice. Wear your faith as your own disguise. It's justified. Don't ask why. 'Cause heaven only heaven only knows. Heaven only knows. Heaven only knows. Yeah. Paralyzed all your life. Won't you suffer for the angels to fight? Sacrifice. Make it right. It's heaven only knows. Paralyzed. Heaven only knows. Heaven only knows. Heaven only knows. We fall for your peace of mind. Heaven only knows. Heaven only knows. Heaven only knows. Fall for your peace of mind.
balloon on air.
I'm going to look at that video just a little bit closer. I want to show y'all something. That reminds me. I was at the Ben place. Where'd everybody go, y'all? I was at the Ben place the other day on quarter day. What day is that on? I believe Thursday? Last Thursday. Let me read the chat a little bit. Y'all, please stay nice to each other, y'all. This is the community. My meeting place. For real, y'all. This started with I don't even know. Please keep my chat without it being started in mind. I don't want no part of it. I might mention somebody every now and then, but I don't look, y'all, you know how I am. Keep it clean, courteous, nice, safe, and civil, y'all. But I want to show y'all something. I don't even know if it'll have any monetary value because we probably won't ever be here after this anyway, y'all. There's brand new stuff in the package. You know, I was like, man, I'm at the Ben place. And you dig through like hundreds of items. I mean, clothes and all kinds of things on quarter day. For real. You get Amazon products, not very big, you know, not $50, $100 items, things like that. But you get a lot of little stuff like up valued $5 or $10 or whatever, you know, for a quarter. And it's scattered out, you know, in these bins and everything. It's just piled up like being at a thrift store or something, you know. But brand new in the package. I don't know how I ended up with it. I mean, really. But United States, 250 years. Got that T-shirt to go with it. It's kind of thick, y'all. Extra large. 250-year anniversary shirt and a cap. Believe it or not, y'all, they'll be worth something in 250 years. I don't even know if I want to open it, but yeah, I need to look on Amazon and see. And the hat, y'all. And I found them scattered out, you know, separate apart. It wasn't together, you know. 250-year anniversary cap and T-shirt. You know, I don't think I wear it. I don't think I will. I might stick it on eBay or something. You know, that's what I'm saying. Get an eBay account, y'all. If you got stuff around the house to sell, collector's items, coins, anything, you can sell stuff on eBay. I'll take $100 for real, y'all, for the T-shirt and the cap. I hadn't put it out there on eBay yet, y'all. But I'm like, man, what could this be worth? You know, together, this hat, cap, and T-shirt, 250-year anniversary, y'all. I got lucky, I guess. All right, y'all. How long we been live? An hour and 20 minutes. For a quarter, Curious Georgia. All right, y'all. eBay banned me for a lifetime. For real? Come on, John boy. Seriously. You just a bad dude, John boy. For real.
I got a graveyard in my backyard for the friends I tried to save. Digging fingernails till they bleed just to pull them from the grave. But they looking past my shoulder at a sun I never see. I'm the anchor, they're the ocean, and they're washing over me. I'm a
Don't think you can't sell something on eBay. At that same bin place, like 2 years ago, I got lucky. Y'all, it might have been 3. Back when I started Amazon. And it was a laboratory scale and shaker, you know, that you could put these blood containers on and all this stuff, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For a laboratory, it was a scale and shaker thing and whatever, valued at like $800. I put it on eBay for $375, y'all. It took me about 2 months to get rid of it, but they paid for the postage, $50, you know. Gotta find ways to make money, y'all. I ain't making a lot, okay? Or I wouldn't be out here with my YouTube anymore, which I love y'all. I miss y'all. But really, I'm like, man, I'm just a poor guy too, really. But if you go out and you buy, you know, like at the bin place, just because I have something don't mean I'm making money at it yet, you know? I got all kind of bags of stuff that I've collected for a quarter, even on Dollar Day. And I hadn't put one thing up, but I have a whole pile of stuff. You know, just saying. I shouldn't tell all my business, y'all, but there is a way, you know, to get out here and survive. Just saying, you know. All right, I got to go, y'all.
for the ghost, I'm a slave to the hollow. I'll walk through the fire just to see where they follow. But they're standing on the bank while I'm sinking in the muck. God, awful lonely, and I'm running out of love. I'm gripping the blade and I'm loving the sting. I'm keeping the rock for the song that I sing. I don't care if you hate me, I'm scared if you leave. I'm stitching your shadow right under my sleeve. Check the pulse on a stone, check the heat in the frost. I'm tallying the dead of every soul that I've lost. You can look me in the eye and say you hope I burn in hell, and not buy you the matches just to keep you in the spell. Pluck the string, snap the bone, never leave me all alone. I'm the king of the trash on a black water throne. You don't care, well I care enough for the both of us. Turning your silence into gold and the gold in the road.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate it. Please hit that thumbs up, y'all. How many I got? 25. Can I have 15 more, y'all? I usually get 40 or 50, you know?
Just stay. I don't care if you're cold. I'll keep the fire lit with the page.
I'll see y'all next time. I appreciate the support. Please hit that thumbs up, y'all. I know the music gets crazy around here, y'all. But that's what it's all about. It's keeping our sanity. Even though the music in the world is going crazy. I'm like, man, what's going on? It's really been good to see y'all again. Thank y'all.